Hi everyone. The angels wanted me to speak about the topic of dreaming. So let's take 3 deep breaths in together, and maybe you can try to tune into your own angels and ancestors while you're listening and invite them to be a part of this. So we can do breathing in, I calm my mind. Breathing out, I get in tune with my body. Calming, in tune. Breathing in, I see myself as still water. Breathing out, I see and hear clearly. And just invite God and the angels to be with you and to guide you. So I'm going to talk today about dreams. And the angels wanted me to mention that I know very little about the Bible and Bible stories, but I have a religious heart, and I truly believe in God. I can communicate with the angels and speak to people that have passed over, but God is a huge thing, and He's available to everybody. And I know there's such a huge subject on this, and religious people can sometimes get quite concerned with people like me, and I understand that. But what I want to say is that I truly, my heart is with God. I truly believe in God, and I pray every night to God, and I have a religious heart. And the angels wanted me to share the story of Jacob's ladder, when he was fleeing, and he stayed the night over, and he took a rock and used it as a pillow. And then he had a dream, and at the time he was fleeing from his brother and all the details, but and you can look further into that. But he needed to stay the night, and he took a rock as a pillow, and he went to sleep. And he had a dream where he saw a ladder ascended from the ground, and he saw angels going up and angels coming down. The ladder went up to the top of heaven, and the angels were going up the ladder towards heaven and coming down towards earth. And God stood at the side of the ladder, and he spoke to Jacob, and he blessed him and said that he would never leave him. And this is an indication. I mean, there's so many interpretations on Jacob's ladder, but my interpretation with the angels is that there are angels that are always with us. There's new ones, there's our guardian angels, and there's new fresh ones that are going in and going out, always governed by God and helping everybody. And God coming down, standing next to Jacob and the angels, and saying that, I'm never going to leave you, is in times of trouble, like Jacob was fleeing from his brother Esau. And in times of trouble, sometimes, we can feel bitterly alone. If you're lying on the earth, with no mattress and no blanket, and you've got a rock for a pillow, and you're all by yourself, that's feeling, I think, bitterly alone. Whether Jacob felt like that or not, I mean, I'm not going to put that onto Jacob, but sometimes we can feel like that inside, even if we're not lying on a rock on the floor. We can feel abandoned by God and the angels, and we can feel bitterly alone. And how sometimes maybe we have no one to go to, or we have no one to speak to, or no one to comfort us, but we have this huge portal of information in terms of when we sleep in the dream world, and what's accessible to us, and the people that come down, the ancestors and the angels and God, and this massive resource that can guide us if we are not still enough in our present day life, when we're too busy, that our minds can't allow the divinity and the messages through. So that's a way of kind of slipping those messages to us when our mind and consciousness is in a dreamlike state. And personally, for myself, I mean, I gain so much information from the dreams that I have. I rely on them. Before I go to bed, I ask for guidance, and I ask God and the angels to give me the messages that I need to know, that whatever's currently going on in my life that I can't seem to maybe hear answers from, or I'm sitting too on top of my problems. When we get too anxious or we get caught up in the feeling, it's very difficult to hear the clarity. And so the more you can let it go and get some distance from it and have space and just kind of hand those worries over to God and the angels and say, please hold these for me. I have faith, and I really need your help with this. And then let it go. Pray for it and then let it go. And one way is to also, before you go to bed, ask them for guidance. Please, may I have a dream that helps me to know what to do. Please, be patient with me and keep giving me these messages so that I can understand. And so I would encourage everybody to really know that, to keep it. I've started recently with a dream journal. It's interesting to kind of, I'm at a very early stages of it, but usually I just have the dream, take the information and work with it. But I'm starting to understand or have a feeling that there's some kind of a pattern that's starting to emerge with certain things, and it's right at the beginning, so I can't really give anything over with that yet. But I would encourage people to keep a dream journal, keep a book by your bed and a pen, and when you wake up in the morning, jot it down first thing so that you don't forget. But to really feel that your dream world is a resource and a bridge, like a ladder to the other side, and there's a wealth of information to be heard and to gain from. Thank you.